What if each morning wasn't a relentless sprint against the clock, but a deliberate, serene journey into the vast expanse of your own potential? For so many, the day erupts in a chaotic flurry of stress, a perpetual struggle to merely keep pace. Yet there exists a profound alternative, a path where the dawn is met not with frantic urgency, but with quiet intention, where every action is guided by crystalline clarity and unyielding purpose. Waking early transcends the simple act of habit. It is a powerful, resounding declaration that you are the architect of your own life, choosing to seize each day with a firm grip rather than being helplessly swept away by its currents. The moment you choose to rise before the sun, you initiate a profound recalibration of your entire being. Your focus sharpens with remarkable intensity, your discipline deepens to an almost unshakable resolve, and you unlock a potent power within you that knows no bounds. This isn't merely about commencing your day, it is about taking absolute command of your destiny. In those quiet, undisturbed hours, liberated from the incessant clamor of distraction, you forge an invaluable connection with your inner voice, that authentic core of your true purpose. It is as if the very universe conspires to guide you, gently urging you to listen, to uncover what truly resonates within your soul, and to move towards it with unwavering, resolute intention. Consider the towering figures of history who understood this profound truth. Imagine Benjamin Franklin, a man whose vision helped forge a nation, beginning each day with the penetrating questions, "What good shall I do today?" and concluding each night by reflecting, "What good have I done today?" These deceptively simple inquiries, pondered in the profound stillness of the early hours, meticulously guided his extraordinary life. Or reflect on Marcus Aurelius, the wise emperor who understood that true mastery of the world begins with unyielding mastery of oneself. The early morning bestows upon you this invaluable gift, uninterrupted, sacred time to meticulously plan, to deeply reflect, and to brilliantly create. It is a time when moments of pure genius often descend, when nascent dreams coalesce into tangible plans, and those plans inexorably transform into decisive action. Those who relinquish these golden hours often find themselves perpetually reactive, their efforts scattered and unfocused, merely responding to the demands of the world. But you, with your profound understanding of life's preciousness, choose to rise early with purposeful intention, and this choice makes all the difference. Like the insatiably curious Leonardo da Vinci, whose mind teemed with boundless possibilities, or the profoundly contemplative Isaac Newton, who uncovered fundamental laws of the universe in quiet introspection, you too are engaged in the monumental task of building a lasting legacy. Each sunrise you embrace, each quiet moment you seize, becomes a vital brick in the grand cathedral of your character. Utilize these hallowed hours to connect with your deepest purpose, to profoundly reflect on your core values, and to ask yourself the most vital question: am I truly becoming the person I aspire to be? Allow your morning to transform into a sacred, unassailable ritual, a solemn contract with yourself to live each day with unwavering meaning and profound authenticity. The world, in its relentless urgency and chaotic demands, may attempt to pull you beneath its surging currents, but when you firmly own your morning, you possess a calm, unshakable clarity that allows you to navigate any storm. You lead with crystal clear vision, act with unflinching resolve, and live each moment with profound intention. So when that alarm gently awakens you, do not hesitate, rise. Step into the profound silence of the pre-dawn hours, and remember you walk the same hallowed path as Franklin, Aurelius, Da Vinci, and Newton. You too are a magnificent builder, and the very foundation of your destiny is meticulously laid long before the world has even begun to stir. The dawn is not just arriving, it is fundamentally yours. Claim it. Moreover, early rising serves as the ultimate crucible for forging unwavering discipline, the true architect of all triumph. It is a profound act of choosing discomfort over fleeting ease, clear purpose over disorienting chaos, and purposeful intention over dangerous complacency. Each and every time you choose to rise early, you awaken a formidable willpower within you, mastering yourself and becoming truly unconquerable. Consider the extraordinary journey of Alexander Hamilton, who ascended from obscurity through relentless, self-imposed effort, or the strategic brilliance of Catherine the Great, who understood that genuine leadership invariably begins with an unyielding inner order, when you greet the dawn with unwavering resolve. You don't just start your day, you command it, meticulously guiding your actions with an intrinsic strength and an unyielding consistency. Like a seasoned warrior meticulously sharpening his blade, early rising profoundly sharpens your focus, meticulously preparing you for the day's inevitable challenges. Remember, success is not merely discovered, it is deliberately created, one conscious disciplined decision at a time. This profound discipline permeates every single aspect of your being, and early rising instills this indomitable quality into every fiber of your existence. Like the sculptor Antonio Canova, whose masterpieces were guided by patient repetition and a clear vision, or the pioneering Mary Wollstonecraft, who reshaped the intellectual world through diligent early morning study, your mornings become a rigorous rehearsal for greatness. Each instance you resist the soft allure of comfort and choose to rise with clear intention. You fortify your discipline, meticulously building the unshakable foundation for your grandest dreams. Do not passively wait for motivation to strike. Instead, actively cultivate the profound discipline to rise. It is precisely in those challenging, raw moments when you choose to rise regardless of how you feel that your character is truly forged, tempered like steel. Discipline is the vigilant gatekeeper of your boundless potential, and early rising hones this essential quality with each passing day. Utilize these precious hours to absorb knowledge through reading, to articulate your thoughts through writing, to engage in deep transformative reflection. Prepare yourself intentionally and comprehensively for the extraordinary life you are undeniably destined to live. Remember this fundamental truth: genuine greatness is not bestowed, it is meticulously shaped by unwavering discipline. Rise with unyielding resolve, act with unwavering purpose, and commit yourself fully, unreservedly. Let the profound quiet of the pre-dawn hours become your most trusted companion, and allow discipline to be your unwavering guide. Shape your destiny, one magnificent, purposeful dawn at a time. In the early morning, you are not merely awake. You are vibrantly alive, powerfully determined, and absolutely unstoppable. This sacred discipline of early rising also maximizes your productivity, not just by granting you more hours, but by bestowing upon you exponential power. In these hallowed moments, you step into a realm of unparalleled clarity and intense focus. This is unequivocally the hour of the visionary, the poet, the architect, the leader, the hour of you, completely undistracted and utterly unstoppable. Each morning unfurls before you like a pristine, blank canvas, and your intention, your focused will, is the brush that paints the masterpiece of your destiny. Free from the clamor of the world and the incessant interruptions of daily life, you are empowered to create without hindrance, to think with profound depth, and to execute your plans with surgical precision. When you consistently rise early, you don't just react to your day, you command it, consciously creating your own unstoppable momentum. Harness this power with profound wisdom, and you will achieve remarkable victories long before the rest of the world has even begun to awaken. Consider the brilliant Blaise Pascal, whose revolutionary insights blossomed during his deep morning reflections, or the immortal Anne Bradstreet, who composed her timeless verses in the profound quiet of the dawn. The most accomplished individuals throughout history have meticulously designed their productivity, consistently beginning their most impactful work at dawn. These golden hours sharpen your mind to a keen edge, dramatically boost your energy levels, and provide you with an undeniable strategic advantage. Seize them with conviction to tackle your most crucial tasks and to vigorously build the future you envision. Like Olaudah Equiano, who bravely claimed his time to profoundly shape history, invest each precious early hour with unwavering purpose. Watch in awe as your efforts compound, gradually transforming your life through consistent, laser-focused action. You are not merely racing against the world, you are powerfully outrunning your former self, with each early morning granting you an invaluable, decisive head start. This is the undisputed path of the true achiever, doing what matters most when you are undeniably at your absolute best. Use these sacred hours to meticulously plan your triumphs, to deliberately build your enduring legacy, and to think your deepest, most transformative thoughts. Relentlessly refine your skills, make tangible, undeniable progress, and never ever squander the profound quiet of these pre-dawn moments. Begin your day with unwavering clarity, unshakable commitment, and meticulous craftsmanship. When you own your morning, you truly own your light. So, when the sky is still swathed in the inky darkness of night, rise. Let your very first breath be one of profound purpose, your first deliberate move, one of undeniable progress. Paint your canvas with bold, confident strokes, and watch as your productivity rises majestically, gloriously, with the ascending sun. You are not just moving forward, you are powerfully advancing your grandest vision, and it all profoundly begins in the morning. Furthermore, the act of rising early profoundly forges an unyielding resilience and an extraordinary inner strength. It is fundamentally about rising strong, making the conscious choice of resilience over comforting ease and embracing growth over stifling complacency. The inherent discipline required to wake early meticulously trains your spirit, fortifies your will, and profoundly nourishes your soul. True resilience is not a gift. It is born and hardened in the crucible of challenge, and perhaps the greatest daily challenge lies in resisting the pervasive allure of comfort. Each morning you choose to rise early. You are not just waking up, you are making an emphatic declaration. I am stronger than my excuses. I am bigger than my comfort zone. This quiet yet profound personal victory becomes the solid foundation upon which all other successes are built. Consider the inspiring figure of Booker T. Washington, who walked miles before dawn just to attend school, or the Roosevelt's Abigail Adams, who confronted profound hardship with unshakable resolve. Like them, you possess an indomitable spirit. The temptation to remain cocooned in bed is not merely a physical inclination. It is a battle for your mind, a test of your willpower. But when you rise with clear intention, you decisively conquer that instant resistance, thereby fortifying your character and empowering yourself to navigate life's inevitable storms with profound calm and steady composure. This is precisely where true grit is born, where perseverance transforms into a second nature, and where an unbreakable spirit takes deep, enduring root. Embrace the silent, empowering strength of the dawn, and you will find yourself standing taller, stronger, and more resilient, fully prepared for whatever the day may bring. Remember this crucial insight. Every subtle comfort you choose delays your growth. Every moment of hesitation halts your progress, and every lingering fear keeps you confined to a smaller, less potent version of yourself. Conquering that primal temptation to stay in bed serves as irrefutable proof of your innate capacity to rise above any obstacle. Resilience is not built overnight. It is meticulously constructed brick by brick in countless small, challenging moments just like these. When you choose to rise despite lingering tiredness, gnawing doubt, or subtle fear, the early morning transforms you. It tests your limits, and when you decisively win that very first crucial battle of the day, you carry that profound strength, that victorious momentum into every subsequent battle you face. Like Bertel Thorvaldsen, the sculptor who faced unyielding stone with absolute resolve, life can often be hard, unyielding, and demanding. But armed with resilience, you possess the power to carve your own path, to shape your own destiny. Utilize your mornings to meticulously sharpen this invaluable tool. Deliberately do something difficult, consciously confront your fears, and actively challenge your mind. These deliberate efforts will harden your resolve, solidifying your unshakable inner core. While others may choose the path of least resistance, seeking comfort and ease, you, the discerning individual, understand that true greatness is not found in the spotlight. It is profoundly earned in the shadows, in the silence, in the unseen choices made long before the world awakens. When you consistently choose the harder path, the path of discipline and growth, you undergo a profound transformation. You cease to be a mere leaf tossed about by life's capricious winds, and instead begin to powerfully command your own trajectory. You learn to respond to setbacks not with despair but with astute strategy. You face adversity not with fear but with unwavering calm, and you build an unshakable core of intrinsic inner strength. Tomorrow morning, when your eyes first open to the nascent light, remember that moment is your fundamental test. Pass it, and you will walk into your day clad in an invisible armor of resilience. Fail it, and the world may feel heavier, more burdensome, but you uniquely possess the profound power to decide your outcome. Rise, greet discomfort with courage, embrace discipline with conviction, and know that with every intentional early morning, you become someone who cannot be broken, someone who endures, someone who leads. You become unequivocally resilient, and this profound transformation begins deeply and powerfully at dawn. Have you ever wondered what truly separates those who merely exist from those who profoundly thrive, those who shape their destiny from those who are merely shaped by it? It begins not in grand sweeping gestures, but in the quiet, profound moments before the world awakens. When you consistently embrace your early mornings, you'll feel an undeniable shift, a magnetic pull that transforms not only your own spirit, but also how others respond to you, drawn by the undeniable light you cultivate within. Your work will flow with an effortless grace. Your burdens will miraculously lighten, and life's inevitable challenges will feel less daunting. This isn't magic, it's because you've consciously chosen to begin each day differently, to lead yourself before you lead others, to kindle your own inner brilliance before facing the darkness. This, then, is the hidden transformative power of rising early. Far beyond mere productivity or discipline, it's the profound, liberating ability to consciously choose your spirit, your attitude each and every day. And when you choose the radiant path of positivity, you don't just uplift yourself, you become a beacon, illuminating and empowering all those around you. Rise early, rise grateful, rise profoundly empowered, and let your magnificent life be felt in everything you do. The fertile ground of early mornings is where continuous learning truly flourishes, becoming the very bedrock of all genuine advancement. No individual can climb the ladder of lasting success without diligently feeding their mind, meticulously sharpening their intellect, and courageously stretching the boundaries of what they know. And there is no hour more perfectly suited to this sacred pursuit than the hallowed silence of the early morning, when the world lies utterly quiet, when distractions are still profoundly at rest. Your mind miraculously transforms into an absorbent sponge, ready to absorb, to reflect, to eagerly expand. It is during this serene, uninterrupted time that your mind is most open, most receptive, most profoundly alive. Each early morning is a precious, unspoken invitation to grow. Embrace that invitation with unwavering consistency, and you will become truly unstoppable in your pursuit of knowledge. When you dedicate your mornings to learning, you're not just gathering fleeting information. You're actively building the powerful mind of a true leader. You are meticulously training your thoughts to be crystalline clear, your decisions to be profoundly sound, your perspective to be expansively wide. This is not a fleeting effort. It is a profound, daily commitment to your continuous evolution. The men and women who rise to the pinnacle of greatness are precisely those who treat their minds with an almost sacred reverence. They study not just for material gain, but for profound personal growth. They journal not just to document fleeting events, but to truly understand the deeper meaning within them. They reflect not merely to remember past experiences, but to awaken nascent wisdom within their souls. Consider Galileo, who began each morning steeped in diligent study and profound solitude, possessing the audacious courage to question what others blindly accepted as immutable truth. His mornings were meticulously spent nurturing the powerful intellect that would, in time, metaphorically move the very stars. He didn't idly wait for perfectly ideal circumstances to manifest. He courageously created them by initiating his day in disciplined, rigorous inquiry. Or think of Sor Juana Inés de la Cruz, a remarkable woman whose insatiable thirst for knowledge defied the restrictive barriers of her time. In the serene silence of dawn, she voraciously read, eloquently wrote, and bravely challenged the entrenched assumptions of her era. Her early hours were her cherished sanctuary for profound learning, and from that unshakable intellectual foundation, her genius magnificently blossomed. When you rise early and deliberately dedicate that precious time to reading truly powerful books, to writing down your deepest insights, or to reflecting on past experiences with genuine introspection, you are planting invaluable seeds of future greatness. One profound idea absorbed in that morning silence can become the pivotal strategy that transforms your entire career. One startling insight captured in your journal can become the unwavering guiding light that steers you through a future storm of uncertainty. The mind, much like the body, requires consistent, deliberate exercise. Left idle, it inevitably withers, its sharpness dulled. But trained daily, it becomes incredibly sharp, agile, and decisively potent. And the absolute best time to train it is when the day is brand new, before the relentless demands of life crowd your precious thoughts and dangerously dilute your invaluable focus. Let your morning become your personal classroom, your desk a sacred place of profound transformation, and your journal a trusted companion on your journey of continuous discovery. Read not merely to entertain your mind, but to profoundly elevate it. Write not merely to organize your scattered thoughts, but to truly discover new ones within yourself. Reflect not only on what has already happened, but on what must inevitably become. Learning isn't exclusively the domain of the young. It is the timeless practice of the truly wise. As long as you draw breath, you are inherently capable of boundless growth. And when you lovingly give your absolute best attention to that growth in the morning, you begin each new day with the undeniable momentum of genuine mastery. Think of Johann Sebastian Bach, who began his days composing, experimenting, learning from every profound sound, every eloquent silence. He wasn't merely born with extraordinary talent, he meticulously nurtured it with countless hours of deliberate, focused practice at dawn. You too are not limited by what you were initially given. You are profoundly empowered by what you consciously choose to build. Do not seek comfort in the numb repetition of the familiar. Instead, relentlessly seek expansion. Read what genuinely challenges your intellect. Write what truthfully reveals your deepest self. Question what subtly confines you. This is the very essence of morning learning. It sharpens your edges, deepens your profound understanding, and perfectly aligns your magnificent mind with your ultimate mission. As the sun begins its ascent, let it find you deeply immersed in study. Let its illuminating rays caress the pages of your book, the lines of your journal, and the hidden corners of your mind where untapped potential patiently waits to be discovered. Let each new morning become a vibrant chapter in your personal education, a profound ritual of self-improvement that meticulously builds day after transformative day. The true leaders of history didn't merely react to the currents of life. They possessed a profound understanding of its intricate dance, and that deep understanding was invariably born from countless quiet hours spent in the unwavering pursuit of knowledge. So too will yours. Make this solemn commitment. Each morning, before the clamor and noise of the world begins its invasion, I will rise to grow. I will read, I will write, I will think. And in doing so, I will rise not merely from the confines of my bed, but into a greater, more evolved version of myself. That, my friend, is the undeniable path of the learned, the unyielding path of the strong, and the illuminated path of the truly successful. Moreover, early rising profoundly enhances self-belief. Self-belief isn't a fleeting wish, a convenient gift granted at birth, or a mere accolade bestowed by others. It is robustly earned, meticulously built brick by courageous brick, through consistent action, unshakable commitment, and disciplined living. And there is no action more powerful, no proof more intimately convincing than your deliberate decision to rise early each day in the relentless pursuit of a higher, more actualized version of yourself. Each morning, as you consciously step out of bed while the world still peacefully sleeps, you are sending an undeniable message to the deepest, most ancient part of your soul. I believe in myself enough to act. I believe in my audacious goals enough to courageously begin again. This daily, unwavering decision becomes your personal, undeniable evidence that you are truly worthy of the magnificent life you so vividly envision. Self-belief doesn't magically appear from passive stillness. It surges forth from intentional movement, and every early morning that you rise with clear intention adds invaluable layers to the ever-growing reservoir of confidence within your being. You begin to trust yourself not merely in abstract theory, but profoundly in practice, because your consistent actions have repeatedly proven your unwavering dedication. Think of Michael Faraday, the visionary experimental scientist who began each day in his humble laboratory with methodical, laser-like focus. He didn't rely on grand public gestures or external praise. His profound belief in his own intrinsic capability emerged from countless hours of invisible, quiet work, consistently showing up, building unstoppable momentum, meticulously refining his mastery. Or look to Fanny Mendelssohn, the brilliant composer and pianist who practiced her craft at dawn before anyone else stirred. Her musical brilliance wasn't simply handed to her, it was painstakingly earned through relentless daily commitment. Her unwavering self-belief blossomed not from fleeting compliments, but from the quiet, resolute strength of knowing she had once again shown up for her profound passion. When you rise early and devote those sacred hours to your personal growth, you train far more than just your mind. You profoundly train your spirit, and with each passing day the insidious whispers of doubt begin to quiet. The nagging questions begin to gracefully fade, because your consistent actions become your undeniable answer. You no longer need to ask, can I truly become the person I wish to be? For each morning you are actively becoming that very person, one disciplined act at a time. Like the athlete who meticulously trains before the sun even thinks of rising, you are conditioning yourself for an inevitable victory. You are laying the unshakable foundation of self-belief, not through force, but through the quiet power of repetition. Let this profound truth settle deeply within your being. Confidence isn't something you patiently wait for, it is something you actively build, and your early morning routine is the meticulous blueprint for this grand construction. Each deliberate act of rising early is a small promise kept, a sacred promise that declares, I will not settle for less, I will not betray my deepest purpose, I will take full responsibility for my magnificent life. And when you keep a promise to yourself, over and over again, what else can you possibly do but begin to truly believe in your own power? Do not for a moment underestimate the immense power of this quiet personal ritual. The bustling world outside may never witness. There will be no celebratory trumpet sounding when you courageously open your eyes before dawn, but you know, and that deep internal knowing is what profoundly transforms your very identity. You cease seeing yourself as someone who passively waits, and you begin to embody someone who bravely leads. You stop seeing yourself as someone who merely hopes, and you begin to powerfully become someone who acts. And with each passing morning, your self-image transforms from a hopeful dreamer to a powerful doer, from a hesitant wanderer to a resolute warrior. Let your mornings be a sacred declaration. I am not afraid of effort. I am not afraid of solitude. I am not afraid to do what others consciously avoid, because I profoundly believe that my future is shaped by what I actively do, not by what I merely wish. As the sun ascends, so too will your unwavering belief. You rise not merely from your bed, but into a deeper, more potent awareness of your own inherent strength. You begin to carry yourself differently. You begin to speak with unshakable certainty. You begin to live like someone who truly trusts their own illuminated path. Your profound confidence isn't built in sudden dramatic breakthroughs, but in daily consistent alignment with your deepest values. It isn't found in grand fleeting moments, but in the relentless, consistent movement in the direction of your highest potential. Wake early, show up fully, do what truly matters, and watch how day by day your inner belief blossoms into an unshakable force. This is the path of the self-made, the path of the quietly strong, the path of the one who declares, I do not wait for permission. I prove my worth through my unyielding action. Let this morning and every morning thereafter be your undeniable evidence. Evidence that you are capable, that you are worthy, and that you are profoundly ready. And let that evidence build the unstoppable fire of belief that will carry you toward everything you were truly born to achieve. Furthermore, early rising profoundly encourages adaptability. Life isn't a rigid, straight line. It is a flowing, unpredictable river, winding with sudden, unforeseen bends and hidden currents. Those who truly succeed are not those who stubbornly resist change, but those who gracefully adapt to it, adjusting their sails with calm determination and elegant wisdom. And there is no better training ground for this indispensable quality than the quiet solitude of the early morning. Each morning, when you rise before the world stirs, you step into a boundless space of pure potential, a space not yet filled by pressing obligations or overwhelming chaos. In this sacred space, you learn to meticulously shape your day, instead of passively being shaped by it. You become the sculptor of your reality, not merely the sculpted. And through this consistent daily practice, you prepare yourself to manage change not with debilitating fear, but with calm, creative readiness. Adaptability is far more than a mere reaction. It is a profound mindset. It is the innate ability to remain steady and centered when the winds of circumstance violently shift. And like all great qualities, it must be diligently trained. By consciously waking early, you grant yourself the rare, invaluable chance to engage in this crucial training. to build the mental and emotional flexibility meticulously required to truly thrive in an ever-changing world. Consider Mansa Musa, the legendary emperor of Mali. His historic journeys through unfamiliar lands, engaging with diverse foreign cultures and complex new economic systems, demanded not only extraordinary vision, but also profound adaptability. He didn't shrink from the vast unknown. He courageously used it as a grand stage to eloquently demonstrate his unparalleled leadership, a leadership that was profoundly forged through quiet, strategic contemplation, moments likely found in the early solitude before his bustling court stirred. Or reflect upon Clara Barton, the visionary founder of the American Red Cross, who faced the unpredictable chaos of war zones and the devastating uncertainty of disaster sites. Her extraordinary ability to swiftly organize massive relief efforts and compassionately comfort the suffering wasn't born of rigid routine. It was born of an unyielding resilience, cultivated through profound adaptability. And that very adaptability was sustained by her unwavering morning discipline, which grounded her even when the world around her literally trembled. Each morning you rise early. You are given a precious rehearsal for life itself. You cannot know what the unfolding day will truly bring. Some days will flow smoothly, effortlessly. Others will challenge you at every unexpected turn. But when you courageously meet the morning on your own terms, calm, focused, and resolutely ready, you send an undeniable message to life. I will not be thrown off course. I will bend, not break. I will adapt, and I will overcome. Start your morning by deeply checking in with yourself. What needs to be adjusted today? What meticulously laid plans must bravely shift? What specific energy do you bring today, and how can you utilize it most effectively? When you consistently ask yourself these profound questions each day, you meticulously build a powerful habit of deep awareness. And awareness is the very seed from which powerful adaptability gracefully grows. Flexibility isn't a weakness. It is intelligent strength. Like the resilient bamboo that gracefully bends in the fiercest winds but never breaks, you too can remain deeply rooted while intelligently changing direction. Early mornings empower you to practice this inherent strength in tranquil silence, revising your schedule, shifting your laser focus, adjusting your precise goals, long before the world clamors and demands it of you. In these precious hours, you possess the invaluable time to think deeply, to pivot strategically, to thoroughly prepare. You are not frantically rushing. You are calmly responding. And there is immense power in conscious response over impulsive reaction. The early riser becomes not a passive servant to circumstance, but a true master of it. Change isn't your adversary. It is your greatest, most profound opportunity. Every time life unexpectedly shifts its course, it reveals your current readiness, or the profound need for you to become more ready. And every early morning is your sacred chance to prepare yourself for this. Let your morning routine be a wonderfully flexible structure. Cherish your practices, your journaling, your reading, your movement, but be willing to lovingly modify them as needed. Some days you may desperately need profound silence, others a surge of focused speed. Some mornings you may reflect deeply, others you may take swift, decisive action. The key isn't rigid adherence, but intentional, graceful flow. Let the morning train your mind to remain wide open to new paths, to bold new strategies, to unexpected opportunities. Let it deeply teach you that no plan is ever final, and no obstacle is ever truly insurmountable. Let it gently remind you that your true strength lies not in stubborn adherence, but in your magnificent capacity to gracefully evolve. Each time you adapt, you profoundly grow. Each time you shift your plan without losing your unwavering purpose, you mature into a more resilient being. And each morning you rise with this powerful mindset. You reinforce your innate ability to truly thrive in a world that never ever stops changing. The future belongs to the adaptable. The early morning is where they are courageously made. So tomorrow, as the sky begins to lighten its hues, take a deep, intentional breath. Step into the beautiful unknown with unwavering confidence. Adjust your stance with grace. Refine your aim with precision. And know this profound truth: in your magnificent willingness to adapt lies your greatest strength, your clearest advantage, and your surest path to enduring success. Moreover, early mornings powerfully strengthen your relationships. True success is rarely, if ever, achieved in utter isolation. Behind every truly great accomplishment lies a vibrant network of meaningful connections, personal and professional relationships built not on fleeting convenience, but on deep conscious intention. And one of the most powerful ways to diligently nurture these vital relationships is to rise early, when your mind is still and clear, your heart is truly open, and your thoughts are perfectly aligned with your highest values. The early morning is a sacred, undisturbed space, a time when clarity reigns supreme and distractions are blessedly absent. In these precious hours, you have the rare, invaluable opportunity to reflect not just on your ambitious goals, but profoundly on your most cherished relationships. Who desperately needs your connection today? Who genuinely deserves your deepest gratitude? What difficult conversation have you been bravely postponing? The morning offers you the profound composure to meticulously consider these crucial questions with wisdom and unyielding grace. Think of Frederick Douglass, who even amidst immense struggle and systemic oppression meticulously carved out early hours for reading, for writing, and for deep, transformative reflection. His powerful communication became his undeniable power. His resonating words courageously changed the hearts of countless men, but those words were not hastily formed in chaos. They were meticulously forged in solitude, in thoughtful preparation, in the quiet, unwavering discipline of the morning. Or reflect upon Elizabeth Barrett Browning, who began each day by composing exquisite letters and soul-stirring poetry that touched the lives of myriad individuals. Her profound expressions of love, deep empathy, and illuminating insight were meticulously sharpened in the sacred stillness before the world began its insistent call. Her relationships, both intimately personal and broadly public, were lovingly nourished by the morning practice of heartfelt, intentional communication. When you wake early, you intentionally give yourself the invaluable time to prepare your emotional energy. Rather than passively reacting throughout the day to external forces, you can consciously choose to lead with profound thoughtfulness. You can plan precisely how to uplift a struggling colleague, express heartfelt appreciation to a beloved partner, or genuinely check in on a cherished friend. These are not small, insignificant gestures. They are the very foundations upon which enduring connections are built. The relationships you painstakingly build become the supportive net that gracefully supports your ascent. And early mornings are precisely when you can meticulously strengthen each delicate thread, deliberately, consistently, and profoundly meaningfully. Use this pristine time to lovingly write a note of heartfelt encouragement, to fondly recall a recent moment of shared kindness, to bravely reflect on a past misunderstanding and rehearse a calmer, more thoughtful, and more compassionate response. In doing so, you train yourself to lead with profound empathy, not with self-serving ego. And from that powerful, elevated place, all relationships begin to flourish, to thrive, to deepen. The early riser is not only more productive in their endeavors, they are more profoundly present. And presence in this fractured, distracted world is the rarest and most invaluable gift you can possibly offer in any relationship. When you give someone your full, undivided attention, undistracted, rooted in clear intention, you uplift their spirit, you make them feel genuinely seen, deeply heard, and truly valued. And people quite simply never forget how you make them feel. Let your mornings become a vibrant workshop of authentic connection. Ask yourself, who in my life most deeply needs my encouragement today? Where can I bring profound harmony? What specific act of generosity can I offer today? When these transformative questions begin your day, your relationships will miraculously transform from accidental encounters to intentional, life-giving bonds. Make sacred space for deep reflection. Journal about your interactions, recognizing subtle patterns in your communication. See where you are showing up fully and where you might be unconsciously withholding. This reflection isn't about harsh self-criticism. It is about profound self-alignment. It allows you to courageously enter each relationship with greater honesty, deeper humility, and a more profound, unwavering presence. Johann Wolfgang von Goethe, who deeply valued thoughtful correspondence and reflective contemplation as the unbreakable pillars of his daily rhythm, spent his early hours writing letters and documenting profound insights, not merely to expand his intellect, but to deepen his connections with others. You too can utilize these sacred hours to become the very architect of stronger, more fulfilling, and more resilient relationships. The greatest leaders are not those who dominate with force, but those who connect with genuine compassion and authenticity. And connection, the very essence of our shared humanity, begins with unwavering intention. By diligently managing your inner world before stepping into the outer one, you consistently offer your best, most authentic self to those around you. Early mornings provide you this invaluable chance to respond instead of reacting, to listen instead of presuming, to express instead of suppressing. And from that consistent practice comes a deeper, more profound bond, a wider, more impactful circle of influence, and a life richly woven with relationships that courageously support your magnificent rise. So tomorrow, when you rise before the sun, take a few precious moments to think deeply of those who truly matter in your life. Think of the delicate bridges you need to build, the kind words you need to speak, the boundless love you need to generously show. Do it with unwavering intention. Do it with profound grace. Do it before the world rushes in with its demands. Because when you intentionally use the morning to shape your relationships, you are not just creating fleeting harmony. You are building the enduring emotional wealth that will carry you further than any solitary effort ever could. Rise early, lead with love, and watch how your world miraculously transforms, one meaningful relationship at a time. Finally, and perhaps most crucially, early rising drives consistent action. Greatness isn't forged in fleeting moments of dazzling inspiration. It is meticulously built in the quiet, unwavering crucible of consistency. It isn't what you sporadically do once in a while that truly shapes your life, but what you faithfully do every single day. And the most fertile ground for this daily commitment lies in the profound silence of the early morning, when your world is still, your mind is crystalline clear, and your purpose stands before you like a wide-open, inviting road. When you rise early and begin your day with a firm intention, you establish a powerful rhythm, a personal cadence that gracefully guides your actions, unyieldingly anchors your most vital habits, and dramatically accelerates your growth. These early hours are the sacred workshop of the consistent. They are the proving ground of unwavering commitment, and each morning you consciously choose to act. You meticulously place another foundational stone on the grand path to your destiny. Consistency isn't glamorous. It isn't always thrilling or exciting, but it is immensely powerful, like the skilled craftsman who patiently shapes wood or tirelessly carves stone. You painstakingly shape your magnificent future through the quiet power of repetition, through steady, unwavering hands and deeply focused effort. One single day's work may not reveal immediately visible results, but day after day, week after week, your masterpiece majestically emerges. Consider Immanuel Kant, the profound philosopher who maintained a strict daily schedule that rigorously included early morning walks and dedicated time for writing and deep reflection. His unwavering commitment to daily discipline allowed him to produce groundbreaking philosophical works that profoundly shaped the thinking of generations. His mind became exceptionally sharp, not through sporadic bursts of genius alone, but through reliable structure and consistent, deliberate output. Or look to Louisa May Alcott, the beloved author who rose early to write even when burdened by debilitating illness and immense financial strain. Her unshakable consistency in those precious morning hours gave birth to timeless stories that continue to inspire countless readers around the world. Her words were not forced, they were meticulously forged, one morning at a time. When you rise with the sun, you courageously beat the insidious resistance that plagues most people. You begin the day before crippling hesitation can even take root. You move while others idly linger. You create while others passively wait. And each time you do, you build an unshakable trust in yourself, not only that you can act, but that you will act, with unwavering resolve. Consistency is the unyielding bridge between your grand vision and your tangible results. Without it, dreams remain abstract, ephemeral, but with it they solidify, becoming concrete realities, step by step, line by line, brick by arduous brick. And the early morning grants you the invaluable chance to lay those crucial bricks in profound silence, without debilitating distraction, with complete unwavering presence. Use the morning to powerfully recommit to your overarching purpose. Identify the one single action, however small it may seem, that moves you forward, and do it. Write that one page. Study that one difficult lesson. Meticulously review that one crucial plan. Reflect deeply on your progress. When this becomes your consistent daily rhythm, success isn't a matter of if, but an absolute certainty of when. These individual actions may feel minor in the moment, but compounded over time, they become truly monumental. You don't need to revolutionize your entire life in a single day. You need only to make today count, then rise and do it again. The farmer who diligently tills the soil each morning does not doubt the eventual harvest. He instinctively knows the profound results are embedded in the consistent rhythm of his actions. So it is with your most cherished goal. Water them diligently each day. Tend to them with unwavering consistency. And one day you will look up and behold the magnificent edifice you have built, not by mere luck, but by dedicated, persistent daily effort. Let your early morning become a sacred, unbreakable contract with yourself. No matter what challenges the day ahead may bring, this is the inviolable time I dedicate to my mission. This is when I move the needle. This is when I show the world, and more importantly, myself, that I am not merely a dreamer but a doer, a powerful force for change. Consistency, over time, becomes your unshakable character. It seamlessly transforms into your deepest identity, and that identity in turn becomes your magnificent destiny. The man or woman who acts every morning with unwavering purpose becomes truly unstoppable, not because their journey is effortlessly easy, but because their profound discipline is unshakable. So rise. Rise not merely to begin the day, but to courageously build your magnificent life. Rise not just to get through it, but to move powerfully towards something infinitely greater. Let your deliberate actions, repeated in the profound quiet of morning, become the very rhythm of your undeniable success.